Hello, I hope you're well. Thanks for clicking and watching the analysis video from the Orleton game. If you can remember rightly, this game was all about how we can exploit the half spaces and how we can get in behind, if we can bounce in those half spaces, or if we can just combine and build play up in those half spaces. So from a pitch geography perspective, the half spaces just from anywhere outside of the 6-yard box, probably to just outside the 18-yard box, which is those two swimming lanes that we can absolutely exploit. And there's many occasions in this game where we absolutely do. Looking back on the game, I can't believe the score was what it was, but I should be getting used to this now with you boys, that the performance doesn't always match the result, which is a good place to be when you're under 14s going under 13s going into under 14s. So if it was the other way around, where we go the result doesn't match the performance, then the performance was poor and the result was really good, that's when I'd be really concerned. So just a quick reference on the heat. This was an unbelievably hot day. The grass was rock solid, or the surface was rock solid, but I thought you all dealt with it incredibly well. So we'll crack on and make a start to the clip. So clip one, I won't do much. I'll do a lot of just playing these. So you can tell by clip one, our usual great start from kickoff into the half space. Jamie running into the wide area and then combining, getting some success there. So great combination. And then that zone is just the absolute, the danger zone for us. And unlucky from Hughesley with that shot. I thought we started incredibly well and certainly put them off their stride in the game. And then even from this goal kick, we get our first goal here. With Jack's press, goes back inside. We win the ball back in the half space and we cut it back. And we get our early goal, like we always do, guys. We always seem to score early. So really good half space combinations. Clip two is straight off the kickoff, so we didn't give them much time to react. We didn't give them much time to react here, so they play backwards. We step in, win the ball back, and then we combine in this half space here. I don't mind the fact that we stay on the ball. I actually encourage that we stay on the ball in that half space, like Harrison and Cutler have done here. Because we just draw in so much pressure, look away from the ball about how we create our own space, and we need to get another goal there. So a really good example of us exploiting those half spaces again. Clip 4 is where we sort of counter attack. So if you look at this picture here, there's a lot of orange shirts in our attacking third, which is good, right? I mean, that's what we want. We want to invite that press. We break it with the first pass. The second pass breaks another line, and then that pass in. I know you probably mishit it there, Hughesley, but it was effective nevertheless. I think what I really what we saw during the game is how we started recognising these pictures, and this is what I want to see from you boys this season. Is if you watch Jamie in this one, could we have actually predicted that the ball's coming and therefore created that little bit of a wider gap between the fullback and the central defender? So these two players here, could we have stepped further wide? Because we know that ball's coming to Harrison. Jamie knows the through ball play from here is into this space, but could we have come out wider and then received the ball running into goal instead of where this ends up? So Jamie stays narrow. A double movement here was essential to create more space and a gap, and then we lose it because the gap is so tight. So a good first sort of view of where we can improve during this game, and I think as the game sort of plays out, it absolutely does get better. So really nice combination for a switch, and then Hughesy driving forward. First picture is the decision we make the fullback make here. So if you look at this now, this fullback Jamie Smith's out here, and if you look at this picture, Hughesy's now brought this player out, and this is that understanding that actually that's the ball in there now into that pocket, because you've done your job. You've actually taken 3 players out the game here. Now, can we pop it off and create that advantage? It's a really good picture for us to work on through the rest of the season. So I really like what Jamie Banner does here. So look how his movement is creating this gap to be wider. Because they are going man for man, and we love a team going man for man in the wide areas, because we're playing to our advantage here. So this player moves out. Just watch Jamie, because we know this ball's again coming into Harrison. Jamie recognises that, and he then makes his third man run. Now look at that gap. If we pause that gap now, that gap. Jamie had beat most players, but he's also now got a couple of yards to make up because of his body, his position. But if you look, the fullback's flat-footed. Jamie gets onto it, and then unfortunately we miss. But what I want to say here is that Hughesy and Jamie, don't underestimate the power that you two made by staying out wide in those pictures. So well done. So next clip, we create a little bit of a fortune because because of the bounce on the pitch. It was really hard to keep that ball under control, wasn't it, at times? But Cutler does well to retain the possession. We go backwards. Now, what I want to point out here is Mickey's distribution. Now, that pass there into the half space is phenomenal. And don't underestimate, and we talked about this during the game. I think it was with Max, where Max, you were looking and waiting for players to call for it. Well, the more and more that you settle down into the squad, you'll realise where players should be, and actually they'll see those pictures themselves and they'll play into it. So Mickey playing that ball there when there was nobody in that space just shows the trust he has for his teammates getting on the ball. So usually wins. Usually gets on the ball here, and then I think he tries a reverse. I don't know what's up with my internet today. Yeah, he tries that reverse ball, but again, I'm not too concerned about stuff like that, guys. I think the first step is let's get in those positions in the first place, right? And we absolutely nailed it. So. Well done, and love that ball from Mickey to get in that space. So if we watch this, just watch this back from 5 seconds further back. I think we can do that with the clippings coming up. If it loads up, yeah, here we go. So we play short. Now, can we play simple there? Let me just get my the clippings on, because it's not going to come up with a word in. So can we play short here? There's no need to go direct. If the problem with going direct here is that we're now playing over 2 or 3 people's heads, and the problem with that, the ultimate problem from my perspective, is that it's harder then for us to close and press if we're playing it long. So I prefer the shorter balls that enable us then, if we lose it, we're in close proximity to win the ball back really, really quickly. The problem with this long ball now is, just look how it exposes us, because we're playing it over. Now, they're in this zone now with 3 versus 2. So they've got the numerical advantage. I'd rather build and play through than just hoof it. Now, fortunately, the guys do a great job winning that ball back. Now, we regain possession and watch the combination play from the players on the ball now. So great passing from Jamie Smith. We work that pass out to Harrison, and then we know the play. Just watch Jamie Banner here. So he's pulling out wide, and then he gets the pass in. Now, what I want you to do is watch Harrison. So he knows that Jamie's going to come up against a really good defender here. So his run into that box is really purposeful, into that half space within the box to try and work that pull-back goal. And if you can remember the game against Shrewsbury last year, I think we got 2 or 3 in that area. I think it's this one next. Sorry about my internet speed. That's the one that we've just done. So we're on 8. So again, a really, really good combination here. So unlucky Hughes misses the ball, but we still regain possession. And just watch the combination play there. That for me is just exactly what we worked on in training the night before, or the Thursday before. Now at this point, Jamie Smith, so if you watch this play out again, so if you press if you just sort of go back 10 seconds and watch this play out, can you move into that space? Because you look how Hughes is then looking for that next pass. So you probably laugh or roll your eyes at this, Jamie Smith, but we sort of call this play, if you pass and pose, or if you think that you need to do your hair because you've done a good pass in, that's where we don't play. We want you to play the next one. So you've passed, now can you go? So don't pass and pose, pass and move is probably the best way to put it. So in that situation then, could you have broke that line? Can you break that line there, which then takes this defender away for Hughesy to either run into it himself or for you to get onto the ball? As it happens, we're really patient and we start again. Don't underestimate. So this is what we're talking about, Jamie Smith. This is the type of how can I put that? What's the word? This is the selflessness of some of the players within the team, and this is where we need all our players to get to. So Hughes's run here is, he's never going to get the ball, but watch what he does and how he moves 2 players out of the game here. So Hughes's run, he just takes these 2 players out. These 2 players are now out of the game, which is if anything, these were their 2. I think this was really good defender, and obviously their tall defender. So we've taken them out of the game now just through that purposeful pass. Now look how that picture changes because we played it out with a bit of patience here. We get a shot away. It's a good reaction from the defender. I think that was the end of that first quarter. But really, really good sort of start to the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's this one next. Again, apologies for the absolute rubbish Wi-Fi. I think Harrison must be playing Grow a Garden or something. Yeah, I know, sad, isn't it? So again, another good build-up, another good picture for us to review. Freddie Stevens on the ball, beats his man, plays it out to Foggy, and I love the detail on this pass. So I know we talk about quite a lot about you playing it inside, but if you look at this picture now from Foggy, there's actually not much option, if any, inside. So the passing from Foggy is just phenomenal. That outside of the foot and then goes to support as well, which I love. And a really good battle from the two players then from Hughesy and whoever the Orleton player is, who was really strong. So where are we at? So again, great combination play to escape. We don't mind going backwards if we need to, but again, great ball in, great detail on that pass. And what a tenacious attack from Sam here. Great tenacity. And then we managed to work the shot here, which is, we nearly score. We absolutely nearly score here. So, a really good example of how we can play and combine and just also be quite, as Sam showed there, just be a pain in the backside, regardless of our size, and against the size of some of the boys that we were playing. Again, another great passing by Mikolai into that half space. Harrison manages to get it down once the internet catches up. Protects the ball well, and then a right-footed pass into the half space here. So I think at the halftime interval we spoke about switching the play, so Hughes is free or Jamie Smith was free in that first quarter. But that pass there is great. I think if I was being uber critical about the starting position, so the starting position here is we're actually running in front now. Unless you're like Harrison's mom, who's got eyes in the back of her head, no one's going to be able to see you if you're running behind. So if you can run behind, it basically means that they can't see you, right? So making this darting movement inside, you're actually playing to their advantage. Can we do that double movement, go in and then come back out and run around the back of him? Because they won't know what to do. They'll have to move their body. They'll have to probably give half a yard up of movement to get back into that shape. So just think about your details when you're running into that space, I think is what I'm talking about. But great tenacity, and I just love the fact that you boys are thinking now all the time about the plays, because there's two really good examples of Husey trying to find that cut back, and also Sam nearly getting his goal as well, which is fantastic. So really good example for me there on how we can play, switching and pull back in that half space. So really good combination. Freddie Stevens, just class player anyway, and then Foggy's pass there. And the way that we play it quickly, guys, we should score there, shouldn't we? I'm going to replay that back because this is just phenomenal. Look at, because it's really interesting, isn't it? We normally speak about Freddie Stevens being the magnet. I think Harrison in this situation was the magnet where three players surrounded him. So actually bouncing it off and having that confidence in our right hand side to go and penetrate is really important this season. So Freddie Stevens with that bounce out, Foggy with the pass in, and then the detail. That was that movement that we've just spoke about for Hughesy. So he actually runs what we call the blind side. Now look at the defender. The defender's position is actually really good, but he's probably a little bit too tight, which then gives that through ball opportunity for Hughesy. And then that pullback's phenomenal. It's just unfortunate again that the details there from our plays. It's just one of those things, isn't it? The way that the ball lands in that particular situation. So this is an opportunity for us. I absolutely think the bounce option's the best one here, because if you look at the end result, you'll see why. But the bounce there, the ball's coming into you, Hughesy. Can you bounce with Freddie? Because look how tight this player is to you here. This player's going man for man, which is a crazy thing to do with you. I can't imagine there's going to be a player in the league that can beat you 1v1 next season. So bounce in with Freddie, create that 1v1. So if you bounce in there, if you bounce in here, and then you move into this space. Freddie Stevens has found you all day long, and there's no one on this planet that's catching you in that space, young man. No one on this planet. And I think you get your foot trod on there. So I don't think I was very sympathetic to you in that moment either. But that is football. My sympathy levels have certainly gone this season to sticking up for you boys when you get hurt. I've learnt my lesson there. Right. So second half now, and we've changed personnel at the back. Same sort of personnel in the midfield. I think this is just a great example of combination play, and just the balls of our players. Just we made a mistake there. We all react. I love that, and then Cutler then makes the same pass again, so he's got the courage to do it, which I love that. We can't buy that courage, boys. So plays the pass in straight out to Jamie, and then I love this from Jamie, spotting the third man run, and then the combination play here is class. And we should score here. We should score. It would have been a fantastic goal if we did. Patience, the build up. We're restarting, so Foggy's not forcing it. I just love it, guys. Breaking lines, holding the ball up. Look at the picture here. So if I took this and said to you boys that I want you to play in the half spaces, who's in the half spaces? And watch how it pans out. Actually, just remember that space is our friend. We love space because we play into it. The opposition don't like it, so they try and narrow it down. What we're doing here is we're playing into their favour because we're narrowing that space down for us. They're narrowing it down, and we're narrowing it down for us as well. So let's create that width for us to play through. And if you're wider here, Jamie, so my sort of my mind here is, if you start here and this ball comes in, you meet that ball in a different position to what you do here, or I think it might go out here actually. But if you're wider and running in, your first touch is a right-footed finish into the top corner. Instead, we're on the back foot because we're too narrow, and if anything, the pass was too narrow as well because of your starting position. So again, that's the detail that we're trying to coach here, and don't get too precious if it all these points are about how we can really develop you as individuals. It's nothing other than that. We wouldn't invest this time in these clips if we didn't think it was necessary or purposeful. So Max, love that, driving into that space as the fullback. Great picture here from Jamie. So Jamie sort of recognising this bounce here, or if Freddie can escape himself. We're exposing the defender. The young lady's body position here is absolutely phenomenal. And Jamie, I just need to ask, are you still in her pocket? Because she absolutely played you off the pitch, young man. In the second half, I thought she was absolutely fantastic. And she was equally as good when Schiffner went to play them a couple of weeks later as well, or the week later. But love this, knowing that Jamie's already thinking about it. And also, Jamie here, can you be a little bit more on your toes, thinking about, yes, that pass is going to come through to me here. Look at how that player's body shape is. And if anything, he can't see you. So can you be closer? Can you be closer and actually play off his shoulder? Because as I said, he's not even acknowledged your existence there, and we should be capitalising on that. And then the ball gets played, and it's out of play before we can actually we can actually move towards it. But loads of positive, Jamie Smith. I think this really cements for you exactly how we play. So, you know, all these things I know you corrected in the old Wolves game as well. So, well done on that. Are we playing? Come on. Silly videos. Where are we at? Oh, we got a Hughesy battle here. Someone got Hughesy mad. We love it when Hughes is mad, don't we? Here we go. So, Freddie Stevens. Harrison regains. Now, Jamie, you really impressed me here, the way that you recognise this. And so you should, because if Harrison loses it here, it's your job to probably get to about this space quite quickly, but actually there's more of a chance of him playing it. And again, look at the defender's body shape. He's spotted you. Now, if you now look at that, he can't see you. And that's the bit that we need to always capitalise on when that fullback's body shape is not even acknowledging your existence. You can absolutely play through those gaps now, and really like the way that you that you break that line. Could you have been more purposeful in getting in front of that marker with your first touch? Probably, but I just love the fact that you got into that position in the first place, pal. Absolutely love that. So well done, sire. Where are we at now? Is that one? Yeah. Okay. So proud moment as a coach. This is, especially with the two new players on the pitch. That if you think about the goal we scored against West Brom last season in the friendly at the end of last season, this isn't too dissimilar to it. But Jamie Smith had only been to one training session. Sam hadn't been to any. He obviously warmed up with us with the objective as getting the pullbacks and, you know, getting into the half spaces. But, you know, this is just fantastic from the pair of you, new players. So Sam movement, pull back, and Hughesy scoring and getting into that position. I think it's just fantastic, guys. So proud moment for me as a coach, watching that from you boys, especially the new boys as well. And, you know, your teammates should be very impressed as well. There's just so much half space attacks. I mean, again, another one, penetrating run. Can we support quicker from teammates? I wouldn't worry too much again that we haven't been successful with the ball, but the big thing for me is getting into those spaces in the first place, which is fantastic. Probably one of my most favourite pictures this is, and the reason why I like this is just the unpredictability of the of that reverse pass. I think it's just fantastic to think that you boys are doing this. Unpredictability is what's going to win us games next season, and not being predictable. So, you know, Jamie and Harrison, that pass into the left wing, we need to start mixing it up, hence why you're on the right. So first things first, that reverse pass, fantastic. That step over, fantastic. And then the fact that we nearly get a shot off there is world class. I absolutely love it. I'm going to show that again just because I think it's worthy of it. So everybody thinks this pass is coming into this space here, because that's probably where Harrison's been passing it all game. So everybody steps over to tries to stop it, and then we get over into that space. So love that, absolutely love that creativity, and that's what this team's absolutely about. Where are we at? Oh, sorry, let's just rewind. Oh no, I won't rewind it. Yeah, Jamie, you're getting it now. You're absolutely getting it. So watch your movement here. So you're pulling out just your body shape. You never stop looking at the ball, and look at the fullback. You know, the fullback's telling me that, yeah, I'm fixated on the ball, and this is where our level is. Our level is stop looking at the ball, play into space, and it's exciting. Those balls there are really, really exciting for me. And the fact that you're pulling out wide there just shows that you've got a really good understanding of how we want to play. Another great example, winning the ball back in our own half and playing it out quickly. Again, if we look at this picture, we've got Harrison free, Hughley playing as a little bit of a pivot. I think you really drop off in a second, yeah, because you recognise that. And then we bounce in, and then again, because Jamie drops out of that space, and we see this, or we saw this a lot last season, about when Jamie drops out as the centre forward position, how the central defenders are gravitated to him. So this player coming out here, watch this movement of this defender. Jamie comes out, we bounce in, and then we occupy that space. That to me is what's known as the up, back and through. It's a real simple but really effective movement. So Jamie playing as that false nine in that position enables the wide strikers to get behind, which is just dangerous for us, and really good in those half spaces, that half space movement as well. Come on. I thought that was my song that was a bit different to how I thought it was, so I'm going to put this up a bit because I like this song. And Scissor, I went to see Scissor a couple of weeks ago, and she's phenomenal. I'll let Harrison tell the story about Scissor twerking and winking at me. Again, you know, I think your dad said it was offside. I'm going to stick up for you, Jamie. I don't think it was, but you know, this again for me is exactly what we were trying to do the whole game. And yes, you might have been offside. Who cares, right? The intent from everyone on the pitch to get this ball to you, again, and a really good finish, mate, with your left foot. Love that from you. So well done. And then the last clip is my friend the linesman as well. Where are we here? So, player on the ball. Come on, let's play. Gosh. Come on. Play. So we win the ball back. Can we play into the half space? Yes, we can. And then good ball in. And Sam creates the penalty for us to bless him. I'm pretty certain it was. Yeah, anyway, it is what it is, but I think the intent, you know, forget that it was a penalty. The fact that we're playing behind, and if you think about that picture that we were saying a moment ago, Sam, you are on her blind side here. You know, so no matter what you do, she cannot see you because of her body shape. Her body shape needs to be open a little bit more so she can see you and the ball, which I know is a very uncomfortable body shape, but that's you know, that would be my coaching point if that was our fullback in this position. So you know, the fact is that you ran behind was phenomenal. So that concludes all the clips. And I think what I think just, you know, just on a couple of points for me before I finish. 23 clips that was. So 23 times we exploited the half spaces and we managed to break lines, combine, which is phenomenal. You know, I think I messaged Smithy about 20 times tonight that there was 23 times that we achieved the coaching objective, which, you know, from me, guys, is phenomenal. The whole of last season, we wouldn't have had that many successes and we lost the game. You know, the game result doesn't matter. It's these things, if we keep chipping away, they're the things that are gonna win us games in the future. So, you know, keep doing what you're doing. I'll start reviewing the other games, which were the Old Wolves game and the Ludlow game in due course. But really well done on this. Absolutely phenomenal in possession performance. So I love you and leave you. Catch you soon.